Advent is a time of consoling news and a joyous waiting. We await God who loves us infinitely, and at the same time, we are awaited by Him. In this way, life becomes a great engagement. God visits us and waits to be with us. The Lord remains at the door, waiting for us to let Him enter again. He is always waiting to be with us, and this very fact triggers in us our appetite to seek Him, our thirst to long for Him, our need to be with Him, and our desire to become like Him. As we are on the 11th day of our Advent journey towards the Manger, today let us walk on the road of littleness, and after a mile, let us take a slight turn towards the road of goodness. God does not rise up in greatness, but lowers Himself into littleness. Littleness is the path that He chose to draw near to us, to touch our hearts, to save our souls, and to give us life in abundance. He loves us and allows us to love Him. It is in His goodness that He blessed us and made His everlasting covenant with us, the covenant of love. In the history of the manifestation of His love, God has chosen people of littleness and goodness. Yes, He chose an unmarried girl, a simple carpenter, the shepherds from a field, and the Magi from the low-laid nations. In the history of our congregation, He chose 2 orphan girls who were lowly and good at heart, who from the time they heard the prophecy of Don Brena walked towards the mission of apostolic education. Now, let us bring to our minds the journey of the Virgin Mary, who from the annunciation of the angel, the just man Joseph from the apparition of the angel, the poor shepherds from the announcement of the angel, and the foreign Magi from the appearance of the star, have begun their journey towards Bethlehem. The journey was not easy for any of them. They traveled day and night from near and far, in cold and fear, until they reached the manger in Bethlehem to witness the Incarnation. Let us too return to Bethlehem. Let us return to the origins. Let us make a pilgrimage along with the journeying church. Let us go to Bethlehem, where God is in man and man in God. The Lord of the origins, the God of promises, littled Himself to be one with us and became one of us. God is completely present in the manger in a humble form of a tiny child. In His goodness, the King of Heaven exchanged His throne for a cradle. The Almighty swaddled Himself with vulnerability. The Creator entered into His own creation. The Giver became the gift. One who embraces the universe needed to be held in another's arms. The Maker of the sun needs to be warmed. The infinite love has a mini heart that softly beats. The eternal word is a speechless child. The bread of life needs to be nourished. The Creator of the world has no home. God reveals Himself, but we fail to understand. He makes Himself little, while we continue to seek grandeur everywhere, perhaps even in His name. God lowers Himself, and we try to become great. Jesus is born in order to serve, and we spend a lifetime pursuing success. God does not seek power and might in us. He expects only a heart of goodness and a life of littleness. Let us lower ourselves a little and look at the misery around. Let us bend ourselves a little and offer a prayer of peace in the universe. Let us mend ourselves a little and attain happiness amidst us. Let us be a little more better in our doing and in our being. If we love God a little, we will be made complete in His love. If we approach Him a little, we will be transformed into His own. If we ask Him for a little, we will be enfolded by His abundance. Therefore, today, let us fast a little and beseech His mercies. May our preparation for Christ's coming make us rediscover Him, and with Him, the purpose of our existence, the feast of living, the taste of essentiality, the flavor of the simple things, the fountain of peace, the joy of dialogue, the pleasure of collaboration, the willingness to commitment, the wonder of true freedom, the tenderness of prayer. Then finally, not only the light of our griefs, but also the stars of our souls will be illuminated. As we travel together towards the manger, let us encourage one another that we may faithfully walk on the good ways begun by the Lord. Blessed Katerina and Mother Juditha, assist us. Wish you a happy continuation of Advent.